Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to session 1 of Getting to Know Our Welsh Squad members. We have a number of different squads and disciplines with us today, but I'm going to hand you over to them to introduce themselves. Chloe, would you like to start?
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm 13. I do tumble. I'm in the Home Nations tumble squad, and I do DMT, and I go to Planet Gymnastics.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Kira from Deeside Gymnastics Academy. I'm 11 years old and I do tumbling.
I'm Dan and I do men's artistic gymnastics. I train in Valleys and I'm in the Welsh junior squad.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm a Welsh artistic gymnast and I train in Welsh gymnastics and I am in Pathway squad.
Hi, my name is Noah. I do tumbling in Planet Gymnastics and I'm 12.
Fabulous. And our question asker today, so Master of Ceremonies today, is a young lady from one of our local clubs. I'll hand you over to her now and she'll start the session off with you all. So enjoy and have fun.
I'm Ella and I'm a sports leader and artistic gymnast at Planet Gymnastics. So we'll start with Chloe. Our first question is, who inspired you to get involved in gymnastics?
I got inspired by my mum. So I got inspired because as a young child, so toddler, I went to mother and baby sessions at the club that I stayed in for 9 years. I did artistic gymnastics then. I really enjoyed it. And then I found out that we were doing tumble and DMT in that club. I got really intrigued with that, and I've carried that on since 13 now. But yeah, I think my mum inspired me, but I have other people that inspired me as my coach, my gymnast that I train with, and other gymnasts that I've seen in my club. But mainly my mum who got me into gymnastics, and my family.
That's a good answer. Thank you, Chloe. We'll move on to Dan. So the same question for you. Who inspired you to get involved in gymnastics?
Yeah, okay. No one inspired me to start because I went when I was really young, but people like Niall Wilson and top gymnasts inspired me to keep going and continue doing it.
That's good, thank you. We'll go to Ellie. So who inspired you to get involved in gymnastics?
I first started gymnastics when I was around 3, and I was inspired by Hannah Whelan as she came to our gym and showed us all her medals. She mentioned Beth Twaddle, and I kept watching her on YouTube and stuff, which inspired me really much more.
Thank you. And we'll go to Kira. Who inspired you to get involved in gymnastics?
It was actually my brother that inspired me because he did gymnastics when he was younger, and I always went to watch every week, but I was too young to start, so yeah.
That's really nice, thank you. And lastly, we'll go to Noah. Who inspired you to get involved in gymnastics?
When I was younger, I was really energetic, so I used to jump on a lot of the furniture, and my mum got tired of me jumping on the furniture so often, so she wanted me to go to gymnastics. And then I ended up going to trampolining, and then they inspired me to get more involved with gymnastics and trampolining. So then I ended up going to CCYC, and then after a couple of years, it led me to tumble, and I was really happy there. So I guess a lot of people inspired me to do tumbling.
Thank you, that's a really good answer. Okay, we'll go on to our second question now. We'll start with Kira. So what is your dream role? And this could be in any job.
My dream job would be to be a physiotherapist, and specifically for gymnastics and sports. Yeah.
That's really good. I want to be a physiotherapist too. We'll go to Noah. So what's your dream role?
My top 2 dream roles have got to be either a doctor or a history teacher. I want to be a neurologist as a doctor because I I have epilepsy and I want to save people's lives. So I really care a lot about people. And for the history part, I want to teach people about history and how it's happened, and I want to tell them to not do it again. I want to teach them to learn not to do a mistake that's been done in the past.
That's very interesting. Thanks, Noah. We'll go to Chloe. So what's your dream role?
So from a young age, and when I started doing tumble and gymnastics, I really wanted to be an actor on stage or on TV, because I think I'm really confident, and I think gymnastics has helped with that, because it's made me be more confident. It's made me make new friends in competitions. But so I started acting in a club once a week, and gymnastics has really helped with that, because in the agencies it's really good for getting like jobs and to get in films, because gymnastics is a good part in that. So yeah, my dream role is hopefully to be an actor when I'm older.
Thank you, Chloe. And we'll go to Ellie. What's your dream job?
I'd really like to be a gym coach or judge, as I want to stay involved in gymnastics. I want to share my experience and encourage and support others to take part in it.
That's lovely, thank you. And then lastly, we'll go to Dan. What's your dream role?
I don't have a specific dream job, but I want to stay involved in gymnastics, and I'd like to travel the world and influence other people with like fitness and stuff. And yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so the last question, we'll start with Ellie. Do you admire any athletes that are not gymnasts, and why?
Alwyn Jones is someone I look up to. He's obviously not a gymnast, but you can see how he doesn't do it like he doesn't do it just because he likes it. He does it because he loves it, and he literally loves the sport. So.
That's a really good answer, thank you. And we'll go to Kira. So do you admire any athletes that are not gymnasts, and why?
I don't have a specific person, but I admire rugby players because they're really like strong and they never give up and they work really hard.
That's great, thank you. And then we'll go to Chloe. Do you admire any athletes that are not gymnasts, and why?
So I thought really hard about this question, and I actually haven't got any other athletes that I would admire as much as gymnasts. I really do like athletics, but I don't really know anyone that is athletics. But if I had to say any gymnasts, it'd be like Claudia Fragapane, Simone Biles, and with tumblers it'd be Jaden Paddock, Megan Sermon, that I've met them both, and male artistic gymnasts would be like Joe Fraser, Noah Wilson, and Max Whitlock, and Dominic Cunningham, that I've actually met in person and got their signatures. But yeah.
Yeah, that's really good that you also admire gymnasts that aren't just tumble, at other disciplines as well. Okay, so the same question for Dan. Do you admire any athletes that are not gymnasts, and why?
Yeah, so I thought of three. One, there's an athlete called Ross Edgley, who was the first person to swim around Great Britain. Another one is David Goggins, who's an ex-Navy SEAL and an ultra marathon runner. And third is the basketball player Kobe Bryant. I admire them all because of their work ethic and mindset, and yeah, they never give up. So
that's great, thank you. And then lastly, we'll go to Noah. Same question. Do you admire any athletes that are not gymnasts, and why?
I kind of admire all athletes who give respect to their fellow people. So like if you're running in a race, they give respect to you, even if you haven't won. So I admire all of the athletes out there that give respect to people. So like the times when people have fallen, they help them up. I respect everything that they've done.
That's a lovely answer. Thank you, Noah.
Fabulous. I am really impressed with you guys. I just wanted to touch on first Ella Payne. Very good. Thank you, Ella. Very good question asking there. I wanted to touch on something Noah said about your epilepsy. Noah, that's that's something very personal for you to share. So thank you for sharing it. And it's you turning that into a positive and looking towards the future, and thinking about doing something in your work life to help other people with that. Also, something Ellie said I thought was very profound, actually, that you said you do it because you love it. Your dream role, you want to do something because you love it, and you obviously do, because you do work very hard. So I think that's a really good message to give out to all your fans, if you like, because let's face it, you guys do have fans. Also, what Dan said, and Kira touched on it as well, about work ethic and never giving up. That resilience and that tenacity you need to be a gymnast in particular. I think you kind of hit it on the head there. It's really interesting as well to see that both Dan and Ellie want to stay in the sport and move forward within the sport once they finish competing, and also Chloe moving into acting. Really interesting. I'm sure we'll all keep an eye out for you in years to come. And both Ella and Kira, physiotherapists, so still all kind of using skills that you've gained through your time in gymnastics and your time within squads. So thank you ever so much for taking part today, and thank you for being the first session early on a Saturday morning. It's not easy. I think you've all earned a cup of tea and maybe a custard cream or two. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ella, and thank you, Chloe, Kira, Daniel, Dan, Ellie and Noah. Thank you. Bye-bye.